Alright, this is a boat tour, a guided boat tour, where I will show you around the seas that I'm very familiar with. We'll be heading to Pulau Lebin. Along the way, there'll be many stops which I'll be sharing stories with you. And of course, visit one of the kelongs. This trip is a very refreshing one. A lot of my guests will feel like, it's like really getting out of Singapore without physically getting out of Singapore. So this is, we'll get to see a lot of perspective from the sea. And most importantly, I'll be sharing with you my experiences in the sea because I've been boating and fishing around this area for more than 20 years. I was actually featured on a Straits Times article in early July. It's an article about what the travel players are doing during this period of void. So I really have to thank this particular reader of Straits Times article. He reached out to me telling me that I'm probably the best guy to organize a Kelong tour for him because I'm a tour guide, I own a tour agency, I do boating, I love fishing, and I know my seafood. So that really sparked me off. He gave me this inspiration to get this developed. So I spent the next 2 to 3 weeks developing it and launched just in time for the STB Rediscover Singapore launch. Seeing Singapore from the other side. I think for a lot of Singaporeans, we know Singapore from the mainland, all right? We cycle, we take public transports, we drive. This is the time to come out and see Singapore from a sea perspective because, it looks very different and it feels very different. Doing this makes me so happy because despite running like 3 tours a day, a full day, people are like, you must be tired, and I'm actually not. I really love it, right? For me, I love every opportunity to be at sea. That's where I feel really at ease, and being able to do what I really love, I think that's something that is the ultimate. To me, the sea has 4 seasons too, because when it's sunny, it's one thing. When it's cloudy, it's another thing. When it's like almost raining, it's another thing. And when the rain clears, that's another setting. So it offers me all these 4 seasons throughout the year. And that, to me, it's amazing. I'll also be sharing you stories about the lives of a fish farmer. Of course, we'll get to physically visit a kelong where we will really understand a little deeper as in what's the life like, on a floating structure on the sea. We'll be passing by a high-tech farm as well, which I will be showcasing to you what's the difference between a high-tech farm and a traditional fish farm. And last but not least, we'll end up with seeing one of our rustic full kelong per se, which we'll see kelongs on stilts. So a lot of people think that they know Singapore, but do they really? Come join me and let me show you the northeastern bank of Singapore from the seaside. I'm Robin. I'm the founder and the guide of Let's Go Tour.